Forme is going in for the focusing mark instead. That's something very interesting. I wasn't expecting that. Usually you expect, like, you know, raise mind and the Festival of Blood so that he could just heal out of control. But no, this guy's going focusing mark. So which means that when he goes in, spreading Last Insanity, everybody gets bonus damage marked on top of them. So it's I think Formes, this is like a pseudo-ish support kind of export that's coming out. Martizi on the other hand, lethal ignition, that's 8 okay. So going into the later part of the game, like what I was talking about, right? It's just about clearing the waves faster than the other side and then coming in for the flank. Like how Uranus would do it and like how the export would do it with the Last Insanity. Comparing with the export and the Uranus, export has more kill potential.
I mean, you say the focusing mark, right? Hazelnut also has a focusing mark, so it's all about playing, literally playing as a team. I guess it also makes a lot of sense, right? You have very easy ways to apply the focusing mark. Export with the Last Insanity, you feed it with the passive, there's just chain lightnings, they are going to start bouncing. It's going to allow the Claw, the Claw to start dealing massive damage with that ultimate. We saw that early on, the Bullcrab stolen away by Formace as well, but AP BREN putting a lot of emphasis in the mid side. Kautizi already at level 4.
And what we're on the topic of export, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna bite onto that doggedly right there. Formace went for tenacity instead of Festival of Blood. So this guy is not focusing about, you know, regenning and life heal. That's the problem, like, especially when you go up against TZ. Look at him, already still healthy, nice and dandy, but Formace on the other hand still will have to be a little bit careful in these trades.
Well, first blood, Formace taking the wall, last 70, not enough damage to finish off Flap TZ. Gonna try to burn him down, but it's just not sufficient. Uranus walks away. He's gonna hit that level 4 soon, and once he does, all those damage dealt by TODAK will be negated. Turtle down to less than half. We see the Astral Echo used as well. Hazelnut with the flip. He's gonna reach level 4 just in time for the concentration. As AP BREN takes the Turtle, they do lose Slap easy. First blood to Hazelnut, but instantly traded back by the Martis. Kautizi finds a double. The decimation resets to the B dead. Not able to find 4 mains, but AP BREN looks a little more.
Yeah, Martis, you know, having the CC immunity on his second skill coming into play right there. Martizi trying to catch him, but no, Formace still duking up against Kautizi.
Yes, playing with literal fire and gets sniped from off screen by Few. What do I say? When you are up against a Novaria, even if she's not on the map, you have to be careful.
Man, it was just crazy plays coming up from AP BREN right there, right? Like, you can see how no matter how much CCs that TODAK want to pour onto Kautizi is immune to CCs, takes the turtle and walks away. So that's basically living out the AP BREN brand, right? Now, TODAK with this 2 kill in the favor of Kautizi, but now Formace is having in the spot trouble, 2 men on top of him.
The war of Kautizi, tanking the aggro, and Kautizi says thank you for the killing spree. That's almost the entire gold shield taken out. Kautizi back to wave cutting duty. And I hate to say this, but I know it's only 3.5 minutes in, but this is already not looking good for TODAK.
Yep, 3.5 minutes in, and you're like, what, 2k gold lead in the favor of AP BREN, and then you also got a snowballing Kautizi that's snowballing out of control. You got your top side already gone as well. There's a lot of bad news that's piling up, you know, the notification box on the side of TODAK. But, oh, that's a nice petrify.
Lovely stuff by Martizi, taking out Super Marco. AP BREN looking for some sort of response. Still looking for a snipe. That one's gonna go wide just a little bit. I mean, at the end of the day, good you got the Leslie, but you kind of need more if you got TODAK. They are gonna try and come back for round 2, but the Astral Echo is gonna deny that. They increase hitbox, allowing Ogun to knock them out slightly easier, so TODAK are ultimate.
Yeah, like right now it's pandemonium for the side of TODAK, right? Formace is actually just trying to salvage anything they can do, but you see Kautizi walking away, but using the red tree just for that one, but Hazelnut, ooh, a little bit low.
Yeah, tries to go for the knockup, ends up losing most of his health. Left TZ is sticking onto him like elephant glue as Kautizi will do with Martizi. He's gonna cut him in half with that big scissors, as they even lose Hazelnut in the process. Left TZ finds that kill. AP BREN uncontested at Turtle.
It's crazy the fact that TODAK Formace actually forced the retreat out of Kautizi, but Kautizi calmly walks over to the turtle, knowing that he doesn't have the priority, yet still gets a turtle and gets to walk away with that.
And this Kautizi is now going to continue to invade by 2 levels ahead of Malik. And while his team is busy fighting, he's going to try and take the orange buff away, no problem. Now level 9 as Martizi tries to go for full burst and doesn't end up getting few. he phases through the wall. Taunt is going to be there. Marquise dropping low. Flapteezy on top of him and with the mortal coil. Over the surest web, excuse me, Kalteezy with the kill. And AP BREN, they are out of control right now.
Out of control. Literally, there's no economy left for the side of TODAK, right? AP BREN just denied every single thing. Now, Kalteezy just having free access to the side of TODAK. Oh, big rip.
Right, big knockout for the Minoan Rage. And the rest is basically history. Ogwen delivers a double to Super Marco.
Man, it's looking very bleak for the side of TODAK right off the back, right? Like, you've got a Claude that needs to scale into the late game. Look at how AP BREN is denying it. They're not allowing that Claude to go in. And speaking about not allowing that Claude, Malik just gets constantly pushed out. Flapteezy is not even cutting the waves. He's cutting the jungle away from TODAK.
Like you call it deforestation, I call this absolute starvation right now. AP BREN, asphyxiation, right? There's nothing left for TODAK.
Asphyxiation.
There it is, Flapteezy again. This holy planetary figure. I mean, he's having fun. This game kind of feels like it is already set in stone at this point. In terms of result, 6.5k in AP BREN's favor.
Yeah, you talk about 6.5k gold in AP's favor, but then look at Marco. Super farm up. He was just silently farming on the other side of the map. Now, even if, you know, Kalteezy fall off in terms of priority as what a Marco would be in the late game, you still have Super Marco to do it. So TODAK right here need to scrounge out as much gold as possible. This is what Malik and Fomis is trying to do down bot. But then again, you know, they just try to hunker down, but they do not have the high ground because, you know, they don't really have the wave clear to clear up against the onslaught coming up from AP BREN.
This will be a free total for AP BREN. Third of the game.
Once again,
Kalteezy takes quick work of it. Early on, we saw the carry banned by TODAK just to protect the front lines, right? I mean, they're doubling down on the front line, tripling down, in fact. With it, Kalteezy is going to be taken out. Constellation prize for TODAK to try to defend it. Yeah, I mean, we saw the carry ban, but I think they definitely kind of let the Leslie slip through. But another problem is that how do you get to the Leslie? How is TODAK going to deal with Super Marco?
Yeah, like you've got Ogwen to peel, you've got Kalteezy that you need to worry about, and then you got Pew to suddenly just chunk down your HP, half HP, right? Now, TODAK taking down Uranus down bot is okay, like what you said, it's a consolation prize, but you can see how AP BREN is actually punishing it, right? Take down top side is already cleared out, and now Fomis a little bit down low, you know, with the Astro Echo just showing Fomis' location, he has to back off.
And just like that, this entire mid wave is surrendered. You have Kalteezy, who is just standing in between the two turrets and just scaring you away.
Absolute Giga Chad. Yeah. Absolute Giga Chad. His mere presence is zoning people away. And TODAK knows not to tangle with Kalteezy. You try to stun him down, he could just second skill CC immunity and laugh away, right? And now, at the very least, TODAK finally found out that they can have enough items to burst down the Uranus. So maybe they can try to make something like that. So basically farm up using that Uranus, right?
I suppose, right? You just treat him as a, I wouldn't say a main course, but when you have the chance to take him for money. Easier said than done though, right? He just completed the Oracle. Even harder to burst. A lot of these damage comes from Marquise himself, so it's going to continue to be a bit of a problem. He has to purify. Now he has, obviously, Uranus, his abilities allowing the Q, as always. The AP BREN, they are starving this entire tree of TODAK side. Trying to Flapteezy again. Marquise will not even attempt to show himself.
Yeah, Flapteezy don't even use the Purify, but now he may have to force to use it right here, but Flapteezy gets pushed down.
I don't think they have enough damage, honestly. Flapteezy was like, but man, what are you doing? Thank you for the back scratch. As they immediately get rid of the Kadita, and AP BREN, they're back to business.
And not only just that, look at Flapteezy, he's already at full health. You thought he got busted down. You saw how TODAK need to use every single tool in their arsenal just to burst down Flapteezy, but Flapteezy just lost his consecration and he's back to full health once again. It just like, it felt that team fight done by TODAK, that catch, it did not happen at all.
Yeah, I mean, again, right, the Oracle makes so much of a difference for this Uranus. And now AP BREN, they are on the Lord. Malik sees this happening, but not anymore. They have found him, and oh boy, Super Marco on top of him. They are just gonna unleash all the damage. Genos tries to help, but gets hit by the Astral Echo instead. Malik will rush away. Hazelnut is gonna be there to protect him, and still gets sniped by Super Marco. Without the jungler, this Lord is pretty much done. AP BREN, they're not in a rush. Formage, trying to set them ablaze, but this fire is fizzling out very, very soon. In fact, SNAPDRAGON needs to put his body in front and tank up every single damage output from TODAK and still survives. Formage with one last attempt to get the Lord, not gonna get it. How Teasy with the red tree to secure that objective, and AP BREN runs down TODAK.
Yeah, literally the last insanity. That's the only thing that Formage could try to do. Contest for the Lord. Just use the last insanity and just pray hard, right? Pray hard. Teasy misses the retry, but this is AP BREN. You cannot out retry this guy, right? So TODAK just nothing that they can do, right? They can only hope that Claude actually comes online quicker and then maybe just try to wave clear as quickly as possible from a safety. And look at SNAPDRAGON. He's setting up house right in front of TODAK space.
I mean, the only way for TODAK to win that is in a team fight, AP BREN's phone suddenly disconnects, right? That feels like the best way for them to win. But with that aside, I mean, oh my goodness, the Piraga armor got destroyed in 3 shots. Martisi loses half his health with 1 Astro recall. The Lord was punching down the top inhibitor. That structure is already gone. AP BREN, they didn't even knock, they just decided to claim this house as their own.
Yeah, they just punch down the house or the door and then just start marching and trampling the carpet with like muddy shoes of their own and say, hey, this is my house now. Where did Jimmy's go?
Where did he go? He just disappeared. And AP BREN, they're like, alright guys, it's time to clean up the rest of TODAK. The mid inhibitor down, all good and slow. Teasy burning. While that was happening, they did lose Teasy. Hazelnut unfortunately loses his life. Immortality used by Formage, it flickers to safety, but AP BREN have already torn down the last of the inhibitors. And AP BREN looking at this, Super Marco, eyes on the prize, trying to farm Formage, but trying to disrupt him from hitting the crystal. For the rest of AP BREN, they will finish what they came here to do. 12 minutes and 13 seconds. The teams that face off TODAK so far have made absolute mincemeat of them.
Yeah, this is like a speed run, right? I think this was the